What is going on, YouTube? We're here to talk about the Eagles. Week 9 just ended for us. We played the Texans. We won, and I want to talk about it. But before I do that, I want to say the gameplay in the background is Call of Duty. It's not Madden. I kind of want to freshen it up a little bit because I do play other games. Whenever I'm talking about a team or talking about anything that isn't Madden related, I'm going to try and sneak some Call of Duty in, sneak some other games in that I do play, like maybe Rocket League, shit like that. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, okay? Let's start with Jalen Hurts, who we always start off with because I want to keep it consistent, Jalen Hurts, once again, played amazing. Played out of his mind. He went 21 for 27 with 243 passing yards. He made some really good decisions on the RPO, like he usually does, because that is the offense we've kind of shaped around him. But he made good decisions with that. Also, short dink and dunk passes. He never was too greedy. But what I really think he's shown is that he can throw the ball deep this year. And that was his biggest question mark. Everyone knows it. There's no need to beat around the bush with that. That's the whole reason why we were like, let's save our draft picks. If he plays trash, we'll just get a quarterback in the round, like in the draft. But, we put faith in him, and it turned out he developed an arm. He was kind of forced to, but I'm glad that he did. But he can really sling the rock. And I feel like even though we're not playing the greatest teams right now in this stretch, I genuinely feel like this will translate throughout the season, Like, if I'm being honest, if we face a team like the Chiefs, we face a team like the Bills, the Vikings, let's just say the Ravens because I like Lamar Jackson, I feel like we hold up well, we stack up well. I know that if we were to play the Bills next week, in fantasy and in gambling and whatever, we would be the underdogs, which is crazy to me. I feel like we generally have a chance to beat these teams, but I'm going on a little bit of a ramble. Let's get back into the week that we played against the Texans, okay? Jalen Hurts balled out. I feel like, he's improving a lot. MVP conversation for sure. Now, Dallas motherfucking Goddard. This dude's a dog. In my opinion, he's a top 3 tight end in the NFL, and it's not even close, all right? I feel like it's Kittle, Kelsey, and then Goddard. You could maybe throw Mark Andrews in, but I'd take Goddard there, non-bias, okay? Either way, he had a hell of a game. He had 8 passes for 100 yards and a touchdown, and he's finally getting the recognition he deserves, which I love to see. And I feel like he's becoming more of an athletic Zach Ertz, except, is willing to get in there and really block. Not saying Zach Ertz isn't, but he never really was known for his blocking. Dallas Goedert has that George Kittle type of thing where he's like, oh no, he can get in there, he can really lay some guys out, which is great. We love that for him. But yeah, Dallas Goedert had a hell of a game. AJ Brown also did. I think he had 6 catches, 59 yards, and a pretty nice touchdown. But nonetheless, on to CJ GJ, because we're talking about the defensive players that kind of popped off. There isn't really many that did anything crazy, 2 interceptions by CJ or 2 picks by Darius against the Lions or the Vikings. But everyone kind of played solid, and that's all you really need to do to win. CJ GJ, he got a pick and was locks after the second half, which is going to be the story for most of the Eagles here. Like James Bradberry got scored on the first drive, got a couple balls caught over him, kind of got sauced up a little bit in the first half, but absolute locks in the second half. James Ballhead Bradberry even got a pick, so he played pretty well in my opinion. So the only 2 players that I can really highlight on defense are CJ GJ and James Bradberry. Darius Slay kind of did his thing. They didn't really throw it to him much, which why would you? But it's a shame. I want to see Slay get a pick every single game. I'm not gonna lie. But as the offense as a whole now, let me see. I want to say that the offense started a little bit shaky. I was never really worried. I want to make that clear, because I was not worried of facing the Texans. All right, but 14 and a half. It's a little questionable. We didn't really show any signs of struggle moving the ball, so I wasn't really worried about that. But I feel like the offensive line let Jalen Hurts get hit a little bit, started off a little bit slow production wise, but we really picked it up in the second half, which is cool. You love to see that. But I want to say that I really like the fact that all of our offensive weapons are clicking together now. Like Devontae Smith can have an amazing game, right, against Washington. And then 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, AJ Brown can have a crazy game. And then a week later, Dallas Goedert can have a very well game also. All of our weapons, they kind of work together, click together, and it makes the Eagles a very hard team to beat. Clearly, nobody's done it yet, but that's what I like to see on the offensive side of the ball. Okay, now the defense, okay? They're all dogs, right? But we kind of have this habit of starting slow, which makes sense, and it was even more apparent this week, but we can just kind of chalk it up to it being a short week because they played on Thursday. But I feel like we just got to pick it up. We got to stay consistent. We're known for turnovers. We lead the league in like causing turnovers. So we just got to keep it consistent as, the season goes on. We just need to, keep it active. But that's about it for the defense. Now, the overall opinion of the Eagles, it wasn't the prettiest win, but it was a win nonetheless. Offense played great. Protection held up well as the game went on. The defense played great and started to get turnovers consistently after the first half, and we come out with a win. The only undefeated team in the NFL still. I just want to keep saying that because people are starting to, take this hate train on the Eagles. I've seen it online. They're not really that good. The only 9-0, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's hard to win games in the NFL. Nobody should take anything away from the Eagles in general for being undefeated because it's a hell of a thing. You create a team and try and go undefeated. All right, tell me how that goes. But now what I really want to talk about is Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts deserves to be a part of these MVP discussions. I know he's starting to become a part of it, but I need him to be a part of it now more than ever. You take Josh Allen and you take Patrick Mahomes out of the team for 2 to 3 weeks, right? They could still win. You take Jalen Hurts out of the Eagles team, I don't think it's possible. I genuinely don't. But that's all I really wanted to say. As always, stay safe, stay blessed. Fly Eagles fly, and hopefully we win a goddamn Super Bowl. Peace, guys.